Off we go into the endless night. And now we have a time counter? What's that all about? Well, the time mechanic is the main gimmick in Imperishable Night, simply put. You'll notice that by destroying enemies or capturing spells, they also release purple orbs now, which are automatically brought to your character. These are called time orbs, and story-wise they help the heroines extend the night. Game-wise, they also do a little something extra, which you'll see later on. Over on the bottom left is a human phantom gauge that is strongly tied to the time mechanic. While shooting as the human member of your team, the slider will move to the left, and while you're the yokai, it'll move to the right. When all the way to the left, shooting enemies while unfocused nets you extra time orbs. When all the way to the right, grazing the bullets of a boss or mid-boss while focused will do the same. The number in the middle, which is the maximum point value for point items, increases by 10 for every orb you pick up, but drops a considerable amount if you lose a life or death bomb. The timing window for death bombs, or as they're called in IN, last spells, is quite large, but to compensate, doing so eats 2 of your bomb stock. Regardless, said window of opportunity is so large by comparison that I've heard other players say that it's ruined them in terms of timing their death bombs in other Touhou games, so be careful. And the first character we encounter on our way is Wriggle Nightbug, a Firefly yokai that is able to manipulate insects as she sees fit. Mostly other fireflies, but she can use others. As I'm sure you know, there are quite a number of insects in the world that people are afraid of. And although fireflies aren't one of them, this is still one of those cases of strength in numbers. A firefly by herself isn't too dangerous. A firefly gathering other kinds of insects like hornets, black widows, mosquitoes, tarantulas, recluse spiders, earwigs, termites, and so on, and going in fully loaded is considerably more dangerous. And then there are the harvest mites. So says Perfect Memento. These bugs are invisible to the human eye, so you won't notice if you've been bitten until it's too late, and then you'll likely fall ill within a few days and die. Serious business! Though I haven't heard of anyone dying by way of mite parasitism, it certainly shows how dangerous Wriggle can be when backed into a corner. This and other Stage 1 bosses in the future, one of particular as a very reason, go to show that stage number has nothing to do with the strength of the boss. Just wanted to clear up that misconception. As a matter of fact, due to her dialogue, she can be seen as one of the most defiant and confident of the Stage 1 bosses, despite her being widely seen as one of the weakest. Earlier you saw her say, "Perhaps you'll hand over the lady of the mansion to me," suggesting to abduct Romelia for whatever cause she has in mind is pretty gutsy of her. Or maybe she's full of herself because it's nighttime. However, like the insects she controls, Wriggle can be repelled or even defeated with fire, cold, smoke, citronella for the mosquitoes, etc. It's a good idea to take sources of these with you when you go camping or something. Though in Gensokyo, that probably won't protect you from some of the stronger yokai, so camping there is probably a bad idea to begin with. If you have enough time orbs at the end of a stage and you're playing on normal difficulty or harder, you'll get the opportunity to face a bonus spell card without fear of losing lives. Over on the right, you'll see our lives and bombs are crossed out now, meaning we can't use them. Not only that, but only a half hour will pass instead of the usual full hour, which will be absolutely vital for score running later on. Wriggle's last spell, Hermit of an Endless Night, is essentially a powered-up little bug storm, but this won't always be the case. Most times, last spells are completely different in comparison. And with that, Scarlet Team has effectively run Wriggle into the ground. Sounds mean when I say it like that. I should use more tact with projects like this.